I feel like I super messed this up, but I'm trying to bring it back. Hey cutie! In today's video, we're going to be opening the latest Artsnacks box. This box is usually pretty fun. It's one of the smaller ones because I don't get Artsnacks Plus. It does not come with a prompt, but usually the supplies that are included are interesting enough that we can come up with something. So without further ado, let's get into this. So we're going to start with our trusty cat knife. The little, there's a little, grabby tab thing, and it always trips me up. I always slip when I reach that part. But alright, got it open. Let's see the reveal. Oh, it's outside of the paper this time. So first of all, we have the Smarties. This is the US version of Smarties, which are the little like tart hard candies. They're kind of powdery. And then we also have this Brevillier's Watercolor 6 Aquagraph Colors pocket set. And then there's a QR code for a video for it as well. These are made in Austria. It looks like we have some really earthy colors. They come in a tin. That's nice. Okay, we'll take a closer look at those soon. And their menu, which I'm not going to look at quite yet. A little tissue paper. Alright, I'm going to open this part up. Yeah, if you did not know, the UK Smarties are basically like M&Ms. They're candy-coated chocolates. I have not personally tried them, but I've seen them. Alright, what we have in the paper is this weird flesh tone thing. Brush on color, Zig Memory Systems, Brushables, brush on color. Oh, it's blue! Oh, okay. I didn't expect that because of this weird, like, fleshy color. Alright, we'll have to... Oh, powder blue is our color. Alright, we'll have to give that a look. A Micron PN in black. Oh, okay, these are the, like, plastic nib ones. Okay. And a paintbrush, premium original gold King Art brush, oval petal brush. It's a little bit bent, but I think that's okay. So, cool. And then our sticker, which has these cute little swirls all over it this month. Alright, and I'll put the paper aside as well. Okay, let's get into the menu. We'll start with the joke of the month. This is our September box, by the way. What do artists and forklifts have in common? I think I know the answer, but I want to give you a second to guess. I think the answer is that they both use palettes. But let's see. Oh! That is the answer. That is exactly the answer. Okay. Well, cool. I'll do a quick skim over of the menu and talk about anything interesting. It says these are not our average pencil. It's a water-soluble graphite with a touch of color. Okay, so these are like those tinted graphites. Alright. But also watercolor. Usable wet or dry. I mean, you get 6 colors in the tin. Oh, and the PN on the micron stands for plastic nib. Perfect marker for blending and layering. Kuretake Zig Brushables marker features 2 brush tips, each with a different tone of the same color. Oh, they're two-toned. The water-based pigment ink is permanent, light fast, and acid-free. And then last we have our brush. They work with watercolor, acrylic, and oil paint. And this brush is specially designed for petals, leaves, and stems. Okay, cool. Let's see what the two colors are on this. So we have this blue here, which seems pretty light. They seem similar, but once we get the paper out, we'll see. Okay, so this comes with a little bit of literature about the pencils, and then what the different colors are. Ooh, okay, here's a better look at the colors. I'm not going to read all of this right now, but our colors are very earthy. It also comes with something. What is this? Oh, okay. A warning not to breathe the dust. Alright. They come wrapped in plastic. I can... Oh, and a little plastic tray. Got a quality check number. So these must be fancy. Okay, so we've got Aquagraph Aquagraph, come on, brown, and teal, green, red, and blue. Yeah. They look interesting because they're like it's like a gunmetal color almost on the barrel. Ooh, they're sharp and very pointy. I shouldn't have done that. They do have the colors on the ends. They fit in here nicely, but just for ease while we're working, I'm going to leave them out of the tray. And I'll set the tray aside. So writing with this feels pretty interesting. It has more give to it than a regular micron because of the plastic nib. If you don't lift the pen enough, you can easily kind of mess up what you're trying to write. So because the ink can kind of, well, it doesn't do it as much as I thought, but it just flows out so easily that you can barely touch the paper and ink comes out. The nib looks like the fine line Posca nibs that if you put too much pressure and do too fast of a stroke, they kind of spray paint everywhere. But the micron doesn't seem to do that, thankfully. Now we'll check out this Zig brushables. I think this side's supposed to be the darker one, just because the cap is just slightly darker, not by much. They kind of look the same though, not gonna lie. So it's really just double-sided brush for this color at least. There's a tiniest difference, but it's barely even noticeable. Okay, white we'll do just for the sake of swatching. And then I'll go ahead and speed through the rest of these swatches until I come back and do the water. So I can see a difference, but it's very slight, and I don't know if you'll even be able to pick it up on the camera. I'll give you a closer look. And I'll be back with some water. Okay, so I've got some water. I'll wet this brush. In fact, I'm going to just spray these initially. So now you can see more of the color difference now that there's the water. These are pretty nice colors. They are very desaturated and pretty earthy, like I was saying. I'm going to have to think about what I want to draw with these. As far as browns go, this is a very like warm brown. The red kind of looks more purple almost. They do dissolve really well. Of all of the watercolor pencils I've tried, these are leaving the least amount of ghosting, at least for the scratchy part. Now I am curious if the white pencil will make any difference to these other colors. I mean, maybe, but I think additional water would do the same thing, so I'm not sure if we'll use the white pencil for more than like dry highlights maybe at the end. And one of the things that's cool about having watercolor pencils, even though they're not really my preference, is that if you sketch for a watercolor drawing, in watercolor pencils, they mostly dissolve away, so you're not left with that line work anymore at the end. So that's nice. I'm going to set this down with the bristles on these pencils while we decide what we're drawing, just so maybe it can reform how it's supposed to be. There we go. I think we could do a baby alligator. Just the face. I don't feel like drawing the whole body, but we could do the face. Yeah, one with its mouth closed, because we don't have pink for the inside of the mouth. So I think I am going to do the thing where you sketch with the watercolor pencil so it kind of disappears later. I'm not a huge fan of having like line art on the stuff I draw, so it's just not my style, but I appreciate it in other people's styles, so. A square is probably not the best for this, so I'm going to chop this in half. Ow. Alright, I'm going to do this sketch in the brown. I'm just going to say the end point of the face is the back of the jaw, and instead of having it just kind of fade off, we're just gonna cut it off there. So for anyone that is unaware, I live in Louisiana, which is along the southern coast of the US, and we have alligators here. So I wanted to do something for our local beasties. I could probably make this a little bigger. Let's see if this erases. Hey, it does. Cool. Cool. I think I need to do some mapping out before I just sketch it in, so. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a slow process of just building up some colors. Because our palette is pretty limited, I want to, you know, take it slow and be careful. Okay, so we're gonna go in with our first go with the water. I'm going to approach very carefully. I don't want them to all bleed out and look crazy. So I'm gonna use just really light amounts of water. In fact, do I have paper towels somewhere? Or napkins? Bring paper towels in here next time. But I guess my roll of them ran out. Okay. Alrighty. Fuck yeah, apparently. Okay. I've got an eyeball. For some of this, I really think we'll be leaning on that white pencil to add some highlights and definition. But this is a good start so far. I'm gonna see if I can smooth out this bottom jaw a little bit more. Alright. And we'll let that dry for a minute, and then go back in with our pencils. Anywhere I want some more intense shading, I'm going to go ahead and add it while it's a little bit damp. I'm gonna add a bit more of the brown just to warm some areas up. And then I'm gonna start going in with the detail stuff. Okay, this is dry enough for me to go in and add all the little spots. So I'm going to go in and add all the little spots around the jaw. Fun fact, those spots are actually sensors for a lot of things. Vibrations in the water, and I think salinity too. And they're all down their body. I might actually do these entirely in the Micron because while they're more of a dark brown in person, or in reality, none of these are really saturated enough for it to look how it's supposed to. So instead of trying to use this green, I'm just going to add some texture to the eye. I don't know if it's even going to make that much of a difference, but and we're gonna try to add some highlights with the white in some lighter areas, and then I'm gonna go in with the Micron and add some defining points with the black ink, and we'll add in the blue as just background. I might need to add the highlights in with the Posca, which is my go-to for stuff like that because this white is not really doing much. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. This doesn't seem to be doing anything. Alright, micron time. I feel like I super messed this up, but I'm trying to bring it back by blending the micron into everything. Oh boy. I think once I add in all of these little dots, the black won't look so crazy. But just against the pencil, it looks so dark, so it stands out a lot. So I think the little alligator is done. At least with the colors we have, with the addition of the white Posca. I cheated just a tiny bit. Well, this box sure was interesting. I've seen these tinted graphite pencils before, but have never used them myself. I think all things considered, I did okay. This is the outcome, this little gator head. I thought I messed it up for a while. I'm still not 100% sure, but I think adding all the little dots and speckles pulled it together, so I feel better about it now. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, maybe subscribe if you want to see my future videos. My socials will be down in the description box below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and most of all, don't forget to stay charming. Goodbye.